Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I will be showing you how to make a modern office building in Minecraft for all of your city building needs. Fun fact, I am hidden somewhere in the intro of this video. Let me know if and when you see me down in the comment section. Not only will I show you how to make the entire outside of the building, but I will show you how to make the entire inside as well. The inside of the build includes a lobby with stairs, an elevator and plenty of seating. We also have a small coffee shop. Moving up to the offices, we have plenty of desks and computers. A meeting room. We also have a bathroom on every floor. And a break room as well. Another really fun part of this tutorial is that I will show you how to make your office building as small or as tall as you would like it. As the office floor is easily repeatable, you can have as many of them as, well, the sky will let you. This is the amount of space required to make the build, including a handy grid, which you may choose to copy, that will show you the starting position. And here are all of the materials that we will use throughout the build. Please do make sure that you have access to all of these. Begin the build by placing 2 grey concrete on top of each other. 1, 2. Place a light grey concrete on top, and then extend to the right by 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. We then want to extend backwards by 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Then extend to the right by 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Extend 1 block towards you, and then right by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then extend to the right by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In by 1. And then simply extend all the way to the right until we connect back to the front of the build. Like so. Now is a wonderful opportunity to fill our entire light grey concrete area in using smooth quartz. Next, come all the way back to where we first started and place an additional row of 1, 2, 3, 4 light grey concrete on top of that block, which we then want to extend all the way over to the right and down to the corner, and then all the way back and down to the corner, and all the way across and down to this corner, and we can just extend forwards, and to the right, and down here, and forwards, and down here, like this, and then we can just extend all the way back to the front. Returning back to where we first started, we now want to place a row of 3. 1, 2, 3 black stained glass right of that row of light grey concrete, followed by a light grey concrete, 3 more glass, light grey concrete, and then a black stained glass, a gap, a pane, a glass, and then a light grey concrete, and then a glass, a gap, a pane, a black stained glass, and a light grey concrete. Then we place 3 more glass, 1, 2, 3, light grey concrete, and then 3 more glass. And this leads us around to the right side, where we will place rows of 6 glass, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, extending back, with a light grey concrete in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, light grey concrete, and then just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to connect to this back corner. Moving across the back, we want to place 3 glass, 1, 2, 3, light grey concrete, 3 glass, 1, 2, 3, light grey concrete, 6 glass, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, light grey concrete, and then 2 glass, just like so. We are then going to move around to the side here and place 2 light grey concrete, 1, 2, and then what will be 5 glass, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then simply this area here we are just going to add an entire row of glass. Now, all we do from here, very simple. Each and every block that we have just placed, we extend all the way up to the top of our wall, whether it's a glass block, glass pane, or light grey concrete. Now is a wonderful time to fill the top of our building in using smooth quartz block. Next, we will add stairs to our office building. We will start by placing a row of smooth quartz block that extends from one end of the doorway to the other. We will then extend the smooth quartz forwards a row, add a row of smooth quartz stairs in front, and then we want to place one row of smooth quartz stairs extending down and forwards from that row, and then another extending all the way down to the ground. Did I really just explain how stairs work? Next, we are going to add a layer of smooth quartz block all the way around the windows on the front left side of the build, like this. We are then going to move to the right side and do the same. We are then going to move around to the right side of the build, and we are going to extend a row of smooth quartz around this center window, leaving the window frame on the left and right alone. We then want to move on to the back of the build, and we will place smooth quartz around these two smaller windows, like this. And then moving around to the final side of the build, we will add a layer of smooth quartz around our smaller rectangular window. Just like this. Moving all the way back to the front of the build, we want to add a row of grey concrete extending in front of our row of light grey. We then want to extend the row forwards and also right and left by one. We then want to add another row in front of this, and then we are going to extend the corner blocks down to the ground. Just like this. Now, on the right side, we are going to extend this grey concrete block to the right until we line up with the corner of the office building, and then we will place 3 more blocks. 1, 2, 3. We then want to extend all the way to the back of the build, and we want to line up with the back corner of the office building, and then add 2 more rows. 1, 2. And then extend all the way across the back of the build. Then, lining up with this corner again, we want to place an additional row of 1, 2 grey concrete, and now we can simply just extend all the way forwards. And we just want to join to the opposite side of the entrance. If you have made the grid for this build, we are basically just maintaining a distance of 1 from the grid itself, as you can see. So just all the way around, except for the front, that's the only difference. We're just maintaining a distance of 1 from the very edge of the grid. Once you have placed that single row of grey concrete, we are now just going to add an additional row of grey concrete directly on top of it. This will kind of form the base of the building. Then we are going to add a layer of grass block in between the building itself and the top of the wall that we have just made. Next, we are going to add some poppies on the right side of the build, just in front of our light grey concrete windows. Just like this. We'll do a similar thing on the back. And then on this final side here, we are going to have a row of oak leaves. And then a row of poppies, just like so. And then we are going to place, so I'm just going to add a smooth quartz block here and here, but we are going to place a layer of oak leaves just all the way around the base of our office building. This isn't mandatory, but I do like to mix a little bit of greenery with all of the grey and white. I think it just makes the build a little bit more pleasant. Then we are going to remove all of the remaining grass and grit from around the build. And as some of you may have guessed from what I'm holding in my hand, we are now going to replace all of that empty space with smooth stone. And one last little touch, we are just going to add... So I don't know if this is worth it to do or whether it'd even look good, but I'm thinking sea lantern here, and here, and then glass block on top. Now, I don't know whether that makes any difference whatsoever, or maybe if we should just add some grey concrete here instead. But I kind of like a little bit of light. I feel as though that helps kind of highlight the entrance. And speaking of which, we just have to remove the light grey from the entrance like this. And I like to place sea lanterns here. And then we can just place smooth quartz like this. And I just think that that looks pretty good. With the entire outside of the base of the building complete, we are now going to head inside and work on the interior of the lobby. As we enter the lobby, we move all the way to the back right side. And extending left of this light grey concrete, we place 7 black stained glass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With a light grey concrete on the end, leave a gap of 2, 1, 2, place a light grey concrete, leave a gap of 3, 1, 2, 3, place another light grey concrete, leave a gap of 2, 1, 2, and then place a row of light grey concrete extending both left and also right as well. We can then extend our single light grey concretes backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. So we can extend each one of these just like so. And we can connect them together at the back. And in a lot of the cases, especially with this large area on the left, we can just extend all the way up like this to form a wall. And we will just do the exact same thing with all of the other light grey concretes. There may be certain instances where we just have to remove a little bit of light grey, but we'll cover that when we get to it. We also want to extend our glass up as well. I did also consider this, by the way. Replacing the smooth quartz underneath the glass with sea lanterns to both highlight this area and emit a bit of light. Similarly, between these rows of light grey, I'm going to remove those quartz and I'm going to highlight this area with sea lanterns. This area here is a lift. Add a stone button here and then red carpet here to highlight it. Place grey concrete around most of this empty space, leaving enough room so that we can climb up. We will place a set of ladders here, break into the next floor, and as you can see, we are clearly up onto the next floor, so mission accomplished. Now let's move on to the stairs. So the stairs are kind of interesting. First of all, I'm just going to remove this area above the stairs. And also, I'm going to remove the smooth quartz blocks on top of our light grey concrete. Like this. So, around the lift area and around the stairs area. The reason being is I want to add another row of light grey concrete on top, just like this, and I'll just replace this ladder, and that will help us kind of conceptualize where the stairs and the lift go for this next floor when we get to it. So what we also want to do is add a row of light grey concrete here inside of the stairwell, kind of turning it into a U shape, and we want to extend the light grey concrete upwards. So now that we've done that, hopefully this next part will make sense. So, to make the stairs, we have to break into this wall. And we place smooth quartz stairs along the outside of our light grey concrete, extending all the way up to this wall, where we connect to the wall with a smooth quartz block. And then we place a smooth quartz stair here. And then we will simply just place smooth quartz block here, connecting into this room. So, this might look a little bit weird, but basically, the reason that we have it this way is because when we get up onto the next floor, all of these blocks here, we can extend up, and it will help us to plan out our office and all of the other future floors, because all of the light grey concrete that we have here is in the exact same place on every single floor. You're just gonna have to trust me, it makes sense. Regardless, we can now head back down our stairs and take a little look at what we've made. That's perfect. So, all we've got to do to make this look a little bit better, and unfortunately we have to delete this glass, is just add some upside down stairs here. We just have to fill this little gap in with light grey concrete, and then we can just add some more glass on top. So that's perfect, that's how these stairs look. Moving on, this is a lobby area with just a bunch of seating. Let's start on this left side. So over here, in the corner of this wall and window, we extend inwards diagonally, place a grey glazed terracotta. Come to the edge of this wall, extend inwards diagonally, grey glazed terracotta. We do the same thing over here as well, so in this corner, extend inwards diagonally, place the grey glazed terracotta, and then we can use that grey glazed terracotta to form a rectangular shape, which we are then just going to add leaves on top of these blocks. And I did also consider replacing this floor section with grey concrete. So literally just in between all of the grey glazed terracotta, nowhere else really. I like the idea of having just more grey, essentially. So this could even be stone or andesite or whatever your favourite grey block may be. But I'm just going with the concrete because we have it and it looks good regardless. We will then place smooth quartz stairs here and also here. Leave a gap of 1, 2, 3, and here, here. Same on this side, so here and here. Just like so. And I really love this decoration. I'm using it all over the place. So this is waxed copper grate, lantern on top, and acacia signs around the lantern. I love it so very much. and it's such a nice pop of colour in here against, well, everything else. So it's just a nice little lobby. And if you wanted to, you could add like a little table like in amongst all of this stuff as well, but I don't know if at that point it starts getting a bit too busy. Like maybe you could just add like a table here and here, something like that, or maybe that looks a little bit too odd. I don't know. Let's have a look. Do you prefer that or do you prefer that? We can keep it asymmetrical. And just on this wall as well, just for the sake of colour, I think a couple of lanterns, and I think that a nice pen. For the sake of colour, I said. Okay, there we go, that's better. Lanterns and a painting, or maybe a 2x2 would look nice as well. Anyway, we want to recreate this over here using the same methodology. So in the corner, extend it inwards by 1, terracotta. Here, terracotta. Here, terracotta. Here, terracotta. And we will place stairs. In between all of these, it's the same thing as on the opposite side. We'll place our leaves. I'm realizing that we didn't remove the floor, but that is okay. We actually have less floor to remove by doing it this way. And then our fancy lighting. And slabs. And if we take a nice little look, there we go. That's perfect. This is the lobby. With the lobby complete, we are now going to make a bathroom. So opposite this block here, on this wall, we will remove these 2 blocks, which is the middle of the wall. That's why we chose it. At least it is the middle of the wall on the outside. On the inside, it gets bigger. It's kind of like a TARDIS. And in the corner here, we will place a cauldron, oak trapdoor here, flower pot here, item frame here, stone button on the wall, white banner, and the white banner gets flipped down. Easy peasy. We add a 2x2 square of light grey concrete to the right, and then we just keep repeating this. So this is just a simple toilet stall. You can, or cannot, it's up to you, add doors onto these stalls, but I prefer the look of them without the doors. But you are lacking a bit of privacy. Regardless, that's how you make them. On this wall, we will place 1, 2, 3 grey concrete extending in from the left, and 1, 2, 3 from the right. A smooth quartz stair here, stone button here, flower pot here. We will then place a candle here, and here, item frame here, no, here, and here, with tripwire hooks here, and here. Nice and simple. Now, you may notice that this toilet is rather dark, so you could add lanterns here if it is a tad too dark for you, and that solves the problem rather nicely. And if you want to have like mirrors on the wall, you can just use like white banners or light blue banners or make a mirror. You can easily make almost any banner really look like a mirror by just grabbing your banner, throwing it in a loom, and adding the Bourgeois pattern with black dye. And I mean, there you go. The simplest mirror you did ever see. We should also really just pick out a door. I always default to either dark oak or oak. I'm going to go with dark oak, and we could just stick a door here. And a sign if you'd like as well, just to signify that these are toilets. So maybe we'll use a bathroom or restroom, or, you know, something nicer than just a toilet. Finally, we are just going to move all the way around into this room here, and we will make a small coffee shop. To do this, we will place 2 light grey concrete here, 2 furnaces here, 2 light grey concrete here. We will add some smooth quartz stairs here, detector rail here, item frame here, iron trapdoors here, brewing stand here, flower pot here, item frames here, and then you can either place item frames here and some stone buttons here as well. You can even have like some item frames just up here on this wall, maybe even here as well, and then we can just add various things around the coffee shop. So we can have like cakes here and maybe some like biscuits in here. We can have like potions of healing here, maybe like a pumpkin pie here. Maybe you can add like more biscuits here or other different things that may be sold at the coffee shop. It might even make sense to have some cocoa beans as well, kind of like here around where the coffee is brewed too. And then in front of this, once you're happy with how this looks, we place a row of light grey concrete across the front here with heavy weighted pressure plates here, smooth quartz stairs here, flower pots here, lantern here, and then a row of grey carpet in front of this. And then on this wall, just a nice little painting, again kind of like a 1x2. I'm thinking this one that took so long to get, and there you go, just such a nice simple coffee shop. And there is enough room, if one was so inclined, to have just one seat here with either an end rod and like, you know, a pressure plate on top for a seat, or you could go for something a bit more modern, just like a smooth quartz slab. But I always like to default to an end rod with something on top. And it's a very nice, cute little coffee shop, and you can see the rest of the lobby, which I really like. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, at this point in the video, we have officially completed the base of our office building, inside and out, which means we get to move on to the fun part. This next part of the video is repeatable, which means that you can keep following the next part of this video over and over and over again until your office building is as tall as you could possibly want it, or even better, as tall as the game will let you, until it touches the sun. Or maybe until you've just made like 3 or 4 floors. I don't know, it's up to you. This is the part of the video where I show you how to make an entire office floor, inside and out, from beginning to end. We begin all the way at the front left hand corner of the build, and we extend the corner block up by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, using light grey concrete. We then extend all the way over to the right side of the build, and we join down to the opposite corner. We extend all the way to the back, and we do the same, and we extend all the way across, and we join down to here. Extend just 1 row forwards, and we extend this corner to the right and down and forwards and down. Add a row here. We then extend this block forwards, and there we go. From here, we are going to extend this light grey concrete block all the way up to join the top of the frame, like this. We will do the same here as well, and here as well. Notice that these blocks coincide with the middle of the entrance and the sides of the entrance. This area here on the right, we will split into both down the middle and through the center. So we will essentially turn it into what always reminds me of a Christmas present for some reason. We are then going to move to the right side of the build, and we will cut the middle in half, left to right, widthways. We will then divide this area up in the same way that we did down below. Just like this. On the back of the build, we will first of all cut the area in half, straight through the middle, left to right. Then we will add a vertical row of light grey concrete here, here, and here, just like so. We will also completely fill this area in here with light grey concrete, just as we did with the previous floor. Moving around to the right side of the build, the first thing we will do is add rows of 1, 2, 3 glass here with a light grey concrete, and then 1, 2, 3 glass. We will then place 2 rows of light grey concrete on the left, split this area in half with the row of light grey concrete, and that is where we will leave things for now, as we can now fill in all of these empty spaces with our black stained glass. Next, we are going to add smooth quartz to the outside of certain parts of the building. They coincide with the lower half. So, to start with, on the front left-hand corner, we will add a frame of smooth quartz all the way around our light grey concrete window. We will then split the area in half, both up the middle and through the middle. Just like this, creating an even set of windows that frankly reminds me of a chocolate bar. We will then do the exact same thing over here as well. So on the right side, we will add the smooth quartz all the way around the windows and also in between all of the windows as well. Like this. We will then move around to the right side where we will add smooth quartz around the center windows, extending all the way up to the top. We will then move to the back of the build and we will add smooth quartz around just these smaller windows. Like this. And then finally, moving all the way over onto this side, we will just add a smooth quartz frame around these smaller windows on the side. Next, we are going to head inside of our building and work on the structure of our office floor because it's kind of interesting. To begin, we will just extend up all of these light grey concrete blocks all the way up until they equal the height of the rest of the building. We will also add a row of light grey concrete that connects from this window, is even and level with this wall, and then extends all the way to the left. And we can raise this wall all the way up to the very top of the build as well. We can then move over to this area and we can connect this light grey concrete over to the right, and we can just extend the light grey concrete all the way up to, once again, equal the height of the top of the building. We also want to place a row of light grey concrete that extends from here, lines up with here, and then this wall can also extend all the way up to the very top of the building. And lastly, we want to place a light grey concrete row on this side of the build that is in line with the end of this wall, but equally with the row of light grey that we placed over there. And this is just one singular row of light grey concrete that extends all the way up to the top, just like this. Now, this puts us in a really good position. So we are going to begin all the way over here on this side of the building, and we want to place a row of grey concrete that extends from just underneath this glass block through this wall, connecting to here. Let me just show you from the side. Then we want to place a row of light grey concrete here that extends through and connects from here all the way to here. We can then remove this 3x3 row of light grey concrete here and here, just like so. We can add black stained glass pane to here, 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 and in addition to this, we can place a stone button here, grey concrete in this pattern, as this is of course the lift, and the ladders will extend all the way up, by the way, so all the way up to where theoretically the next floor will be, if there is one. And I like to add some glass to this area here, leading all the way up to the top where there would be. So this is where the floor would be. So I'm just going to place light grey concrete both here and here, just signifying that's where the top of the floor would be. And now let's just make the stairs from the lobby. So we're in the lobby now. Let's make the stairs from the lobby all the way up to this floor. But we have to get to where the next floor will be. So we have to place stairs here, here, and here, with a smooth quartz block here, stairs here, and then smooth quartz here just extending round. And you'll notice that this is in the same place as where we have the light grey concrete with the glass on top. And I believe that we can just add a glass pane here. So now we have stairs leading from the lobby all the way up to a floor that doesn't exist yet. We are now going to add black stained glass on top of our rows of grey concrete leading almost all the way up to the top, but here we will place light grey concrete on top. So black glass 1, 2, 3 rows with light grey concrete on top. I think that now is the right time to add in the floors. So we are first of all going to add in a smooth quartz floor for these two floating parts of the office. We also have to create a way to get in between these. So I'm going to have a doorway here. So 1, 2, doorway here, 1, 2, 3 on this side, and replace this block with smooth quartz. And then we can fill the floors of what I call the floating two offices here, and we will have a doorway here. And moving through into this room, we also want to add a floor. So this is going to be a break room, ultimately. And we have to fill the floor of that in. And this hallway here. And you will notice that this connects to these stairs. So I've placed a little barrier here, but later on, or now, it completely depends on whether or not there is going to be another floor. This is where you would, theoretically, if you were to add another floor, this is where the staircase would be. So leading all the way up, and then you would add in the extra rows of light grey concrete. You guys get the idea. So whether or not you place these stairs would depend on whether or not there would be another floor. But what there is, opposite here, is a bathroom entrance. So we will destroy these two blocks, smooth quartz here, and then we will add in the floor for the bathroom. We also want to add an entrance just below us as well. So each office floor has 2 bathrooms. Each floor is kind of like 1.5 floors in a way, as we have kind of a loft setup. But regardless, we'll stick a dark oak door here, and we will just write bathroom. And we will quickly drop to the floor below and do the same. Now is a great time to fill in the roof. So, if you plan on adding another office floor above this one, fill the roof in with smooth quartz. If this is going to be the top floor, it's going to be the actual roof of the building, fill it in with light grey concrete. That's the only distinction. Oh, also, if this is the actual roof of the building, you may want to do something with the elevator. So you wouldn't want the stairs to come all the way up to the very top like they do now. You would want to cut it off at the floor that the elevators would ultimately stop at. Unless you wanted to get on the roof. One last thing before we start adding in the finer details of the office, just completely fill this wall section in using black stained glass. Now, we will want to break into this room as it is eventually going to be a meeting room, but there's a couple of ways that you can do it. So you can have just one entrance, maybe on the left, one entrance on the right, or you could just choose one singular entrance. You can add glass to the side so it kind of looks more like a glass sliding door or something fancy. It doesn't really matter as long as we can get in and out of that room. Now that we have made the structure of an entire office floor, we can now let the decoration begin. First of all, we are going to make all of the desks on the lower floor of the office. So to do that, we will leave a gap of 2 from this block, 1, 2, and then place a smooth quartz slab hovering off of the ground. We'll extend 1, 2 blocks this way, then leave a gap of 3, 1, 2, 3, and then place 3 more, 1, 2, 3 slabs. Remove all of these supporting blocks, and extend these slabs across to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. So that's each and every one of them. If you don't like the idea of a table floating mid-air, you can add a single block just in the middle, like this. So, on each one of these tables, we have 4 computers. 2 on this side, which means we need to place a polished blackstone brick stairs here, with rails here, and polished blackstone buttons here, with either 1 barrier block behind the rail or 2, and you can place something on the corner of the table as well. So if you want a bit of light, place a lantern. If you're not bothered, maybe just a flower pot with or without a flower. It doesn't matter if you do place that. We will then place brick stairs on the opposite side, rails in front, sticking polished blackstone buttons on the right, and then because we have a light there, I'll go with a flower pot here. And we already have the barriers, so we can just place paintings like this. This is a really simple computer table. We're going to do the exact same thing here. So stairs in the middle, on both sides, rails in front of the stairs to emulate keyboards, mice on the right side of said keyboards, and then we will place the lantern here, flower pots here, and then we'll place just... I'm repeating the exact same thing, but you can do something different every time if you'd like. You can even kind of like place an extra barrier here so that you can have kind of like the opposite size computer on this side. Well, now that we've done that, we are going to place the exact same desks here in this little area. We'll place 2 rows of 3 smooth quartz slabs. So when I say the exact same, not exactly, but the same idea. So 2 rows of 3 slabs in front of these windows, with stairs in front of the middle blocks, and rails in front of the stairs, buttons off to the side, and we'll stick a flower pot here because we've got a lantern here, and a lantern here because we've got a flower pot here. See how that works? And then we can place paintings here just like this. And then we are going to have the same thing over here. So we'll place row 3, gap, row 3, extend it outwards, and then we can place the rails in the middle. I guess I forgot a step with the stairs, but I'm sure that you guys know what we're doing by now. And then, so we've got a lantern here, so we'll have a flower pot here and a lantern there. By the way, it's kind of funny. You can, if you so choose, sit these desks 1 row backwards, and you can have like the painting against the wall if you so chose. On this wall, however, we are going to stack smooth quartz slabs from here to here, and we will also have them here in this corner, and we will split up the middle and add slabs here and here. And then we are going to place bookshelves across the top, and we'll have paintings here. And then where do we have the lantern? So we've got a lantern here, so we'll add 1 here, and then flower pot here, and here, and then we'll just have like a flower, just a bunch of flower pots. Obviously, you're going to want to use different flowers, but I'm not going to clutter my inventory. So on the opposite side of this wall, we're going to do the same thing as well. So we'll stack up the slabs all the way up here, and here, and here. We'll add a row just across the bottom, and then we'll place the bookshelves. And where do we have the lantern? We have it here. So we will stick it here. And I don't mind it being here, even though that one is there, because it's kind of concealed. So we'll stick, once again, just a bunch of poppies. So just to keep things nice and bright. So this is wonderful. I did even toy with the idea of having bookshelves across the top of these computers too. I don't know if that's a bit too much, because we would then do it there too. It kind of makes the office feel a little bit less modern. So I'm not going to do it, but it is an option. And as we are making these kinds of things, I am just going to pop up to the next half floor, I'll call it. And in these two rooms, we're going to do pretty much the same thing. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slabs here, here, and then we will have brick stairs here, and here, rail here, and here. Just need to grab the polished blackstone buttons. So this is kind of like a double desk again. So just as kind of with below. And we'll have barriers here and here, so we can have our monitors. And then once again, we can have our lantern, we can have our flower pot. And up here, I don't think it's so bad to have the bookshelves. I think it looks kind of nice up here, interestingly enough. So do feel free to do that or not. But regardless, I'm going to do the same thing over here as well. So kind of like just another double desk. And you can sit it one row inwards as well. So you can place these directly against the glass. But I don't strictly like that myself. But again, everything is kind of like a personal choice with all of these builds. So whatever you prefer, you do you, boo. So we'll place these here. Bookshelves here. Stairs here. And here. So the only thing that you may want to do is, if we are going to have the entrance here, and it doesn't matter, really. Anyway, moving back down to the lower half of the office, we are going to make the meeting room, which is this really large room here. To begin, we are going to place a row of smooth quartz slab that hovers off of the floor and leaves a gap of 2 all the way around itself like this. So it sits perfectly in the middle of the room. We then want to place 1, 2, 3, 4 stone brick wall here with 2 iron bars extending down, and then an observer placed here like this, at this wall. And then on said wall, we are going to place a bunch of paintings to look like a projector. So, yeah, you know what, that'll do. I'm not too picky about these. So this is a projection from the projector. We'll have a lectern here for the person that's speaking or conducting the meeting. And we also, I don't know why I don't have them on me, we just want to place a bunch of polished blackstone brick stairs evenly, there we go, on each side of the table. So you can even stick one right at the very end as well, but I kind of like them just on opposite sides. And what I like to do is place alternating cups and item frames just like this for this room. And that's as simple as it gets, so just a really nice, simple meeting room. Next, we are going to move into the hallway and work on the bathrooms. So these are actually identical to the bathrooms below. So starting off, we will place a cauldron here in this corner, oak trapdoor here, flower pot here, stone button here, item frame here, and then a white banner flip down just like this. And we will then have a 2x2 square of light grey concrete separating this, and then we're just going to repeat this 2 more times. until we hit this wall. At this point, we will turn our attention to this wall, add 3 grey concrete here and here, with a tripwire hook in the middle, item frame here, white candles here, and then we will simply add a smooth quartz stair here, stone button here, and flower pot here. And if you did want to have the mirror, as we have down below, I'm simply going to grab it from the bathroom, place it here, and I actually completely forgot about the lanterns, so I'll grab those too whilst I'm there, and then that will light up the bathroom sufficiently. And then there we go. Perfect. That is how you make the bathroom. And now that we've done that down here, we can just quickly move up to the next part of this floor, and we're going to make the identical bathroom up here as well. So starting off with the toilets once again. And now that we've made the toilets, we can turn our attention to the wall, where we will place 3 grey concrete here and here, tripwire hooks here, item frames here, candles here, lanterns here, banners here, stair here, button here, and then a flower pot here, and that's as simple as it gets. Next, we are just going to move back down to the low part of our floor, and we are going to head all the way over into this back room, where we will make a break room. So we'll place a 3x3 square of bookshelves here in this corner, 2 grey concrete here, cauldron here, grey concrete, 2 block of iron, stone buttons in front, lever here, brewing stand here, flower pot here, nice and simple. And then on this side, we will just have 3 stairs here, end rods here, stairs on the opposite side, grey carpet here, and then just on this wall, I'm thinking just a nice painting. Here we can actually, maybe we can just extend the seating all the way to here, or alternatively, we can sit it kind of like in the middle of the room. That might actually look a little bit better, to be honest. So maybe here on this wall we can have another painting to make it look less depressed. Of course, why did they have the bigger paintings? So maybe we can add just another painting here, and that looks pretty good. And now that we've done this downstairs, we can just head upstairs, and we will do virtually the same thing. The only difference being is we have this little doorway to contend with, which if you want, you can stick an actual door on. I mean, this is kind of like an open plan office, but you can stick doors everywhere if you'd like. Well, up here we will add our same 3x3 square. We might even cut one off so that the doorway is a little bit more unimpeded. And we can place 2 grey concrete here, cauldron here, grey concrete, 2 block of iron, stone buttons here, lever here, brewing stand, flower pot, just like so. And then here on this wall, we can have, we can have our 2 stairs here, grey carpet here, and then we can have our painting here. Maybe we can have like one here, and then it actually works out to have one here. Who doesn't love riding horses? And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, that is how you make an entire office floor, inside and out, from beginning to end. Now, if you want to revisit the start of this part of the tutorial, this is the timestamp on the screen right here, and I will also leave it down below in the description as well. That is the end of the tutorial portion of this video. However, we aren't finished. We must now add our office building into our city. I am really trying to keep all of my modern office buildings together in their own district, so I'm going to place our brand new office building next to the old one. This is a very tall part of the city now. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this tutorial, please remember to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Also, consider becoming a channel member. You will gain access to loyalty badges, some fun emojis, and a monthly download for every single build used in our city. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.